The humble leek. There's so much we can do with it. Howard from Bar Time is here, and you're going to make a delicious dish that's on the menu at the moment.
Absolutely. So we're going to do some lovely stracciatella there. So it's the gooey inside of the burrata.
So good.
On top of that, we're going to roast off some leeks, but wrapped in foil, so we keep all those juices in, keep it nice and sweet.
Yep.
Then eventually dress it with a little chardonnay vinegar, top it with some hazelnuts and some crispy leek on top as well.
Right up my alley. I love dishes like this. So we're going to start with the leek.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So we're going to start off, take the bottom bit off there, and then we're going to chop a little bit down to the white there.
Okay.
But don't worry, we're not going to waste that.
Great.
From this, we're going to cut 2 nice pieces like that. So we're going to put the leeks to one side and grab a couple of pieces of foil there.
Sure can. How big about that bit?
Perfect, yep. And another one on top. You want to make sure it's nicely wrapped up so it doesn't leak on our stove.
Okay.
And then a little bit of baking parchment as well. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to put the leeks in the middle there. Season with a little bit of salt.
Lovely. Serving them whole like this is just magic. I know in French cooking we steam these and serve it with a simple vinaigrette, and they're just stunning, so inexpensive, but just give so much.
Absolutely, and they're so good on the barbecue. You can cook them under the grill, you can roast them.
Yeah, I
cook
love
them
this
with
technique.
cream.
I've never done this before.
Yeah, this is great because it keeps all those flavours inside.
Yep.
So we start off, we're going to wrap the paper around first.
Okay.
Fold that over the top, and then with the foil there.
Okay.
And that's going to keep everything in there, so it's basically steaming in its own juices, so all the flavours kept in, and we're not going to lose anything. So next up, you can cook this a number of ways. We can do it on the barbecue, we can do it under the grill, but we're going to cook it over the gas here.
Okay. So will it impart, we won't get that smoky flavour, or we will get it?
So you won't get a direct smokiness, but what we're looking for is a little bit of kind of char on the outside.
Okay.
So, all right, so we're going to leave that on a low heat.
Okay.
And next up, we're going to deal with the tops.
All right. I love this. Nothing's wasted.
No, this is a little fancy chef thing that we like to do.
Okay.
So we'll take those off. We'll keep those for some stock another time.
Yes.
And then very carefully, I'm going to cut down the middle. I'm going to cut what we call a julienne. So nice thin slices, just like that.
Great.
Now, we haven't washed the other end of the leek because we cut it so far down there shouldn't be any dirt.
Yeah.
But these pieces here will have a little bit of grit from the soil.
You can see right here, it's always known with leeks. You want to give them a really good wash a couple of times in just some fresh water.
Absolutely.
We've got some here.
Going to pop those in some cold water.
Okay.
Just to give them a little rinse.
And so what are we going to be doing with this?
So these we're just going to deep fry lightly.
Love these little chef tricks, so good.
Okay, so the leeks, they took about 20 minutes there.
Yep.
You can see the foil started to colour up. And as we open them up there, you can see all that beautiful coloration.
God, it smells so good.
Yeah,
Caramelised
all
leeks.
that sweetness there as well.
And super tender too.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want any texture in the middle. We want it all nice and wrapped up. If you can maybe start picking the tarragon for us there.
Yes, I'd love to.
So if any of these are super dark, that's not too bad, but you can always just peel off a little outside layer.
Okay.
And you'll still have all that flavour and texture inside.
And is this something at bar time we would have as an entree or a share plate?
We have it, so we do share plates, we let people do whatever they want to do. So this is definitely great as to start a meal or at a barbecue. It's rich, it's got flavour, it's got texture. So we've got the leek there. We're going to dress that with a little bit of chardonnay vinegar, which we love because it's a little bit sweeter than your normal white wine vinegar.
Absolutely.
Then a little bit of good olive oil as well.
Oh, lovely.
Put a little bit of chopped tarragon through there.
Okay.
Do you want to start opening up the stracciatella for me?
Absolutely.
Even on its own in a sandwich is awesome, but tomatoes and stracciatella when they're in season. If I could grab another spoon, please.
There you go, Howard.
We're just going to give these a little toss there. Get all those flavours mixed together. Next up, we're just going to start laying these.
You can see you being really delicate there because you don't want to break them up.
Yeah.
We've kept them in that gorgeous cylinder shape.
I like to do a nice pile of things. It kind of makes it look very opulent there.
Fantastic.
And we'll take a little drizzle of that vinegar because that's going to flavour the cheese as well. There we go.
Gorgeous.
Then, would you mind crushing up some hazelnuts?
Love to.
So just roughly, nothing too fine.
Okay, so we've got some hazelnuts that we've taken the shell off.
Absolutely.
We've roasted them first. We get that lovely extra hazelnutty flavour.
Beautiful. And they've been roasted really nice and slowly, so you really get that nuttiness. So we're just going to give that a little sprinkle on top there.
Yep.
And then we also have our second texture, so the crispy leeks that we fried there.
Okay.
And we're going to make a fancy little pile on top.
Oh, wow.
Just like that.
This is why I love when chefs come to visit me. I would never have thought to do that with the offcuts of the leeks, to just simply finely slice them, dry them off, and then just deep fry them in a little oil. Look how dramatic that looks.
Yeah, we like making things fancy, you know?
That served with a little bit of
Absolutely.
baguette, a glass of wine. What would you recommend?
Oh, with this, I'd go from Australia. A nice chardonnay would be awesome.
Yes.
We could do a little vinegar as well.
Yep. And
Go great.
That's the experience we get when we go to your gorgeous, humble neighbourhood restaurant. There's so many great wines, simple food, great produce. This is what you get. All right, let's have a taste.
Let's do it. Let's get stuck in.
Oh, the leek's so tender.
Gooey, sweet, sharp.
It's everything you want in a dish, right? And it just goes to show that you can do so much with leeks, and just by cooking that over the fire. Great idea.
The humble vegetable.
The humble vegetable, exactly. Have another little taste.